Welcome to Retiring in Japan for the 28th day of July 2025. I'm Kurt. We're going to be going through the day. It's another hot one. You can see the sun blazing. Just finished radio exercise. Look at that sun blazing over there. Radio exercise with my neighbors. It was kind of a funny one because a big horsefly came at the end and was flying all around me. So it gave a whole new meaning to a morning exercise, flying, trying to flail around and keep that thing from biting me. Anyway, let's take a look at the garden. Looking good here, my neighbors. There we go. It's great stuff. Next year, I'm going to try to get my garden to look as good as this. Look at these peppers growing in there. Everything everywhere. Just said hi to my neighbor there. I turned the camera off. I don't like, compromising people's privacy. Here come the two old ladies I see every day as well. I'll just say hello to them. They're I talked about them this morning during my good life meditation. They just go and go and go. Ohayou gozaimasu. Kiyotsukete ne. Kiyotsui. They're like a couple of Energizer bunnies. There's so much energy, but I was talking about them in my good life meditation because they've reached that august state of life, which some of us get to. I haven't yet. But I feel it touching it sometimes, where you're so disconnected in the best sense because you've deservedly reached the other side. That there's a peace that comes with that. It doesn't mean that you're not interested. It doesn't mean you don't care. It's kind of like you've done your pager dues. You're professor emeritus. You're citizen emeritus, right? You kind of just got to kind of get to enjoy the title and relish the peace. Now, time to water the plants and start the day in earnest. I'm going to spend some time today and weed the side of the house here next to the neighbors. Just get all that cleaned up. That'll be a task for today. Try to keep it nice and weed free the way I do this area here. Softypapa here with another Japan treasure. Wow, aren't those cicada really noisy, huh? Sorry about the extra noise. And this one's a little kind of reflective. Anyway, this is something that I've never imagined I would have in my store. This is an authentic Japan Railroad ashtray. Wow, look at that. It's even got like a star shape and that beautiful gold reflectivity. It's been well used. It came off of a train service. Now, it's been a long time since Japan allowed smoking on the trains. Let's take a closer look. But look at that. I just love that. Let's get it zoom in even closer and take a look at that logo. There we go. Now, it's so shiny and reflective, it's kind of hard to get a good look. And it's got the JR logo right there. And you can see that it's got marks and scratches. Like I said, it's the real deal. It's authentic. It's been used. I think it's made of brass. It's quite weighty. It's actually quite weighty. As you know, it kind of feels substantive, just like the Japan Rail organization itself. Japan Rail, if you're not familiar, is the Japanese railroad system. One of the most sophisticated and mature railroad systems on the planet. The Japanese railroad here is just an amazing organization, divided up into regional units. Now, the person that I got this from yesterday, I also bought something else from them. Let me show it to you. This, I also got from them as well. This is the seat label on a train. Now, it's not just any train. Two people looked at this and identified this as, including the vendor, as from the bullet train, from the Shinkansen. Now, this and this were together. Whether this came from the Shinkansen, I don't know, but it could have. The person that sold these to me, I got them both together, said that definitely came from the Shinkansen, but they weren't so sure about this. Anyway, this is not included in the listing. I'm just showing this. This will be a separate listing probably in a couple of days, but that is pretty cool. So not just showing that by way of illustration and storytelling. This is the listing. An authentic Japanese train ashtray from the Japan Rail system, well used, brass, probably dating from could be the 60s or the 70s, I would think. And in excellent condition. What a piece to have for a train collector, a fan of Japanese culture, or to maybe even use as an ashtray. There you go. Here's some photos. All right, let's take a look at this apartment building. It's coming along. They've got the scaffolding up and the black covering all around it. This design company is doing a lot of, I would say, gentrification of the city in a lot of interesting areas, old areas. They're redoing it. This is not it's an old area, but it's not a rundown area. But it'll be interesting to see what this looks like. Their stuff tends to be very modern and interesting. And this place is looking good too. Not a lot of change in the last week, but they've got the grassy looking area back there and they're putting in the carport. And I think they're starting to get ready to move in. And they're still in the preparatory stages. Nothing much has changed on the demolition of these old houses here, these 5 old houses. Although I imagine they'll show up one day and just start tearing them all down. I'm going to miss these. I really like these old style houses. I've talked about them lots of times before. Thrown together after the war. I wonder if the person that lives here is still here. Oh, I think I saw the gas seem to be off. I wonder if they finally moved out. The last person to live there, maybe. And it's breakfast time. This looks great. We've got egg and toast and muffin and yogurt and bananas and some iced coffee to go as well. We got a full day ahead of us. Thank you, Yumiko. That muffin looks good. Zero. Itadakimasu. Boy, these towels are great. I've been giving these away on my for purchases. I'm all out now, but I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna add them to my sales. People seem to like them. Anyway, I'm walking down to get the car. We left it here last night because I had a beer. I couldn't drive, and Yumiko didn't have her driver's license with her, so we just left it there. So I've completed all my listings for the day. It's like not even like 10:30 yet. I completed a video. My Good Life meditation was done. My Retiring in Japan video, that's this series, was done for yesterday and uploaded. And I listed the ashtray, the JR commemorative ashtray, brass ashtray, has been listed in all the venues, including, and it's in the eBay store and the Fourth Wall eBay store, YouTube store. And now, I'm going to go back, go to Dad's house, get the car, go to 7-Eleven, get money and some coffee. Then I'll go to the tea factory, get some tea, and go home, pack an order, and take that to the post office and ship. And hopefully that'll all wrap up before lunchtime. Have lunch, and then I can do some weeding in the afternoon. A long time ago, there was a man that lived right where these bushes are. He lived in an old shed here. That he was homeless, as they are, homelessness is a different thing here in Japan. It's not like people become homeless because of drug addiction. They become homeless because they've either rejected society, or they just can't fit in, or they get pushed out, or something like that. And nobody ever bothers them, and they do make a very strong effort to not bother anyone. Anyway, he lived in a shed here forever. I remember, because my parents, my in-laws owned the oldest property down here, and nobody would ever bother him. He died in this shed, and I remember walking by one day, and there was the police and the ambulance here, or the coroner, and he had died in here. And then after that, the whole thing, whoever owned this piece of land came through and raised the shed that he was living in. I don't know how it worked out that he was tolerating that man living on his property, squatting there, or whatever. And then all it remembers is the memory of the few people that were around back then. It was a long time ago that man even existed. On that sober note, as we all are, our mortal coils wind down. Here's the chimney. Let's get in the car and turn things to a more lively and alive prospects. Okay, 7-Eleven. Here we come. Oh, I gotta wait for the engine light to warm up. Changing the subject from that last sober one. Oh, gee. That was a heavy thought. All right, I'm at 7-Eleven. I just got the money, and I'm getting my coffee brewed from the machine. Be careful when you come here, because there's actually this machine, and then there's that machine. That one is just for the coffee. This one you can get the hot latte. You can also get the coffee here. And this one over here is for the cold blendy drinks. They're really good. I should be ready soon. I'm gonna have that. That'll fuel me up, and then off to the tea factory. I was practicing my Japanese to ask for it. I wasn't sure exactly how to, because I always get the, I'm gonna add a new tea to my store. I want to get the loose leaf tea. And it turns out that I wasn't sure how to say that in Japanese. It turns out you just say loose leaf. Loose leaf tea day. Or, yeah, futsu, yeah, that's it. Moments of doubt. Okay, so I've completed a very busy morning. It's lunchtime now. Yumiko's called me over to Dad's house to have lunch together. Hold on. That's Ashinaga, the long-legged hornet, wasp, really. That's a bad one. You don't want to. That's the one that's dangerous this time of the year. They get particularly aggressive and they're nesting. I don't think I was in any danger just walking through the bamboo forest. Let's take a look at the tomatoes as we go past. They're coming in strong, but I mean, look at lots of green ones. Should be getting more soon. Lots of flowers here on the eggplant. 3 out of 4. Yeah. So anyway, finished a antique listing, like I said before. And I just finished now. I'm very excited. This is a huge breakthrough. Sencha, the actual loose leaf tea, is now in my eBay store. On sale at 20% off. Sorry if I'm adding commercials to my own video these days. I guess it's part and parcel of what I am. I'm back to work. I'm a businessman. I'm an eBay vendor, Japanese antique dealer, merchandising guy. So I'm gonna be adding commercials to my video. But if you want to get the real deal from an 8th generation tea grower processing tea from here, the Valley of Tea, it's in my store now at 20% off. And that listing is there. I'm going to go home, go down to Dad's house, have lunch with Yumiko and Dad, and then I'll send out the social media post associated with that, get that listing out, and then have 2 more things I want to do today. One is I have to get an item shipped, get a shipment out, go to the post office to do that, and part of the reason I couldn't do that in the morning, well, I like to ship in the afternoon. It just makes more sense. And get the other listing, put something out in the morning, ship something out in the afternoon. It's a good way to do things. Have lunch and then shift gears. And then also I want to weed at the side of the house. It's not a big deal if I don't get to that today, but I think I can. It's hot as blue blazes, but I'm feeling good. I'll tell you, ever since I went back to work, set to put myself back to work, it's changed the way I feel about everything. I'm the same guy that I remember, the excited, energetic guy that I used to be in my working life. But since I don't have the stress, I feel so much better. Okay, enough said about that. Time to continue my way down the Bumpity Bump road, if anyone remembers that. Maybe I'll put the video here. Oh, and I'll put the I'll put in the Bumpity Bump road video clip here, and then I'll put in the green tea clip after that. There you go. I'm back. I just realized that I can't just do that. I have to explain what the Bumpity Bump is. Some of you may not know, new viewers. So long ago when I lived in Japan, 11 years ago, but when my daughter was really young, like 5, 7, something like that, 5, 3, something like that, she and I, her grandpa's house is right down here. She and I used to ride I had a mama chari bike, a mother style bike, but I called it the papa chari because it was the big Bridgestone Brave Star, and I had a kid seat on the back. And to entertain my daughter sometimes, our apartment was right over here, we would run circles. We'd go up that street over there, get to the top of that bridge that I was just crossed over, and then come down here, and we called this Bumpity Bump, going along this course right here, because it was bumpy. And my daughter would sing Bumpity Bump, and we'd race down here, and finish at Grandpa's house. Here's the clip. There's three versions of it. Bumpity Bump, the sequel. Emily was a little older, and I think the last one, Emily's on her own bike. Roll the clips. This is our Bumpity Bump video part 2. The last time we made a Bumpity Bump video, Emily was riding in my kid seat. Now she's got her own bike. She can handle the bumps on her own. Are you ready, Emmy? Hi. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Bumpity Bump! Ride like the wind, Emmy! Here comes the really bumpy part. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, hey! It's Gigi, Emmy. Gigi だ。ハワイシャツ。すごい。
7回目。
どこまで来たの？どこまで？
ここずるっと待って、あそこからビューに。もう一回。
もう一回。
7回もやっちゃったね。
あ、そう。じゃあ大変だっけね。
そう大変だった。
じゃあね。
じゃあね。
またね。 Lunch today is very Japanese for summer. We've got cold noodles, and we've got a little bit of fried chicken there, and summertime high school baseball. It doesn't get much more Japanese summer than that. Itakimasu. All right, we're on our way back. Yumiko's dropping off the community notebook for her that her dad circulated to her dad's house. Dad had a chance to look at it, so she's going to drop it off. This is something that's done here to pass information around the neighborhood. Everybody reads what's in the notes, checks, initials it, and then it gets to the next person. So it's this house right up here. I should just leave it right there. And then it'll continue circulation. We have one. What? And we gotta continue our circulation. Okay, so lunch is done. Rudy and I are at the house, and we are shipping an order right now. This is a customer, this regular customer that buys tea from me, and her neighbor likes the tea. I'm sure she won't mind me telling the story. Her neighbor likes the tea, and her neighbor comes over and buys or borrows tea bags. So my customer has been using this tea bag, which was the first green tea I had in the store, 15 bags of various highest quality green tea from here in the Valley of Tea, and made by an 8th generation tea master, our family friends just down the street at their tea factory. So I've been selling this now for a couple of months now, and the neighbor really likes it. So my friend, customer, bought a package for the neighbor, and I just listed this, which is a similar tea bag, but this is 20 bags. And the nice thing, it's made by the same family. The nice thing about this is it's good for both cold and hot tea. So I'm going to include a free package of this along with it so that my friend customer can give the package to her neighbor. She'll have this. She'll be the first person to get it and give it a try. I really do like it. It's not to necessarily compete with the other one, but it's like well, I guess if someone is a little more committed, they want to get the 20 and they want to have it for hot and cold. Yeah, so I'm filling out that order right now. Got the box in here, and as I always like to do, I always like to throw in some goodies. So there's some senbei, rice crackers in here of various sorts, and down here at the bottom, I might as well just show you. So you got various types of senbei. Here are the 2 packages of tea, and I'm including one each for them. These Japanese towels, similar to the one I have around my neck, that the Japanese use in the summertime to keep dry and cool. These are a little more hefty duty, and they come, I've got 2 of them, one for my friend customer and one for the neighbor to enjoy. And we'll get this order packed up and off to go to the post office. Let's do it. And then I need a new pair of glasses, clearly. Okay, that order is all packed and ready to go. Now let's go to the post office and mail it, and then we'll come back and weed the side of the house. Rudy, I'll be back. Be good. Okay, this happens a lot when I come to this post office. They've only got 3 parking spots and 1 disabled spot, and it's often full. So you just we wait here in front for a little bit, lights blinker flashing, someone will come out, and then you can slide into the spot. Fortunately, there's a university up there. If you get it at the wrong time, the students are flying back and forth. You gotta watch out. Okay, I'm back home. I've got shipments are all done, listings are all done, all my work, so to speak, is done. I can now play a little bit. Rudy's over there. I've already made a pass in the morning on the weeds, but now we're going to weed the side of the house. But first I have to do is get the Kakure Senko lit, the mosquito coil here. I think I got a little bit in here. Yep, just enough, I think. A little tiny bit. We're going to need to buy some more of this stuff right here. Go ahead and fire it up. Heather, if you see this, your shipment is on its way. I included an extra pack of tea for you in appreciation of your business, and the tea that you so generously got for your next door neighbor is, of course, in there. That's what you bought, and I added a few other things. You are the very first person, Heather, to get the to try the new tea bags, the 20-pack ones, which I think have a kind of a more subtle flavor than the 15. I mean, no, not more subtle. That's exactly not what I meant to say. Stronger taste. The 15 bag is subtle, sophisticated, if you want. This one is got a little more punch. What I recommend doing is to drop a bag in, get an empty PET bottle, plastic bottle, drop a, I don't know if they call pet bottles in English. I don't know if that's Japanese English or not anymore. And put that in there and with the water, put it in the fridge and let it just sit there and marinate for a couple hours. And have a nice bottle of chilled water, iced tea, chilled tea. Alternately, you drop that thing in the freezer, let it freeze solid. You try to take that out with you on the road and let it slowly unfreeze. It's quite nice. Okay, let's get started. Rudy's coming with me. Maybe I should start over there, but it's sunny over there. Oh, and if you're wondering, if you hear other sounds, there's Yumiko right there. I don't know if you can see her through the screen.
Hello.
It must be hot up there.
Huh?
It must be hot up there.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we're both operating without air conditioning. Wow.
Not even a fan.
Not even a fan. Wow. I'll blow on you. She's taking care of the bathroom, and I'm taking care of that. That's for a photo. Hold on. There, I rolled the screen back. You can see her up there. There she is, working hard away. I'll close the screen to keep mosquitoes out. Although mosquitoes aren't bad on this side of the house. There we go.
Big gap here.
Oh, there is? Oh. Oh, wow. There is a big gap. Let the spiders in. So this is what I'm going to weed right here. Try to take care of all this. Isn't that cool? I'm not sure to be peeking at my neighbor's laundry. That's a cool, like a hot bee for like a festival. They're not here. You can see that everyone's gone. So here we go. I like his scooter. I brought the weeding. Oh, there it is, right there. See it. Rudy's out here with me, Mama. By the way. I'll tell you, it really feels good to do this kind of stuff after a full day of work. I mean, it really did a full day of work. It felt like more than a full day. It felt like you know, because, well, I guess that more than a full day, that's because that's how I normally operate. I'm the kind of guy that I think with honesty and pride, I think I can get more done in half a day than a lot of people can do in a day, because I'm relentless. Sure, there's lots of others like me, and I can't. There's people out there that can do in half a day. It takes me a day to do, right? So there's always that. But when I have a day like that, I feel great. And then when I get to squeeze in extra stuff like this on top of that, then all the better. So I've mentioned it in my good life meditation, but not so much here. I am a worker. I need to work. Am I going to change this from retiring to Japan to something else? Nope, I'm still retiring to Japan. But simply on my terms. You know, this is the first time I've ever seen it. This is the water heater that we bought. Big Renai thing. Big expensive thing. Should outlast Yumiko and I. There's all the expensive plumbing that we bought to have it hooked in. It on demand fires up the water for the whole house. It's a very good system. This is going dirt simple. I'm almost all the way through. me just go ahead and finish this off. You guys can watch me finish it up. Excuse me, Rudy. I think the fun part of retirement has begun. Right, I completed a whole lot of work that I didn't show you. Basically taking care of, I'm on top of the weeding for everything here. I know how to go sweep through with my little tool and get at the weeds before they even get started. And it's working very well. For now, I'm gonna take off a few peppers that I saw ready for harvest. Let's go look. Lots of green tomatoes, like I said before. But peppers here, look at this. One. I think. I don't know if they get any bigger. Huh. Maybe I'll wait and see if they get any bigger tomorrow. Hold off on the old snippy snip. Maybe I'll take one. It's little, but it's a start. Before I go back in, have a look at my handiwork here. I think it's an improvement, and I cleaned up all of this. Let's go inside. Well, it's dinner time now. Yumiko has prepared us a wonderful dinner. We've got breaded pork,
Sauteed chicken.
sauteed chicken, and omelet, egg omelet. And miso soup and rice. Already?
It's okra.
Okra with seasoned with fish flakes, right? And soy sauce. Nice. Looks great. Alright, evening is here. Time for our last dog walk and to wrap up the day. It was a good day. Another solid day of work, and it settled into the, I finished all the work, so I did some gardening work, which was fun to do. So it was kind of like a reward to be actually to do that. So it feels earned. And even though I don't have to work, it feels like I can enjoy the free time if I earn it by working. Old habits die hard. Maybe I can never give them up. Maybe this is just the way it's got to be for as long as I can. Or maybe I'll slowly wean myself off of this. I don't know. It really is. Yukiko and I were just noticing that we both spotted bats just now. They'd been absent for a while. I was wondering could it be autumn is here again? Before August? That can't be. Do you remember this morning, the first start of the video, we were going past those 5 houses and I was wondering if anyone was living in the last one? Well, we're looking at them from the other side. Here are the houses. Yeah, someone's still in there. There's the light. But the others are all empty. That's reflected light of that one. I wonder how much longer. And I wonder how much longer then all of these houses will be gone. Jump, Rudy, or go over. Speaking of places with lights, this big farmhouse here. There's one old woman who lives there all alone. Every night, she's got the genkan. She's has the door open in the engawa in the warmer months. And you can hear her listening to TV. She'll sit there in the early evening, watching the sunset. I get that feeling. I was mentioned earlier in this video, or maybe it was my Good Life meditation video, how I've noticed that it was the meditation video this morning, how the old people, so many of the older people I know here have seemed to have achieved this kind of a wholesome peace, like a distance from the strains and the trials, that comes maybe of experience of being free long enough. I hope I can get there. Hope I live long enough. Hope I have it in me. That old woman in that house, she seems to have it. And there's Ollie, so happy to see Yoko. The ladies are putting on their cold things around their neck. Cold color. Well, that's probably it for today. Thanks for joining us, or joining me, another Retiring in Japan. These are getting easier, more natural. That's good. See you tomorrow, maybe.